Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of Golden Lap. We are on for Season 7, Race 8 here today, guys. And so far this season has been an absolute dominating performance from our drivers, from the Team Night drivers. Nilsson with 6 wins out of 7. Bregman with the other one. You can see all of the results here. 1 and 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. And then 1 and 20 because Bregman DNF'd. And then 1 and 19 because Nilsson DNF'd. And both of those DNFs were actually... We weren't pushing. We weren't stressed. The drivers just... I don't know. They lost it. They lost it when they really didn't need to. And ultimately, that has cost us points. You know, it has. But I don't think it's going to cost us the title. And if anything, there is a chance that... You know, if it happens again, Bregman will close in on Anders Nilsson. I'm not saying it will happen, but there is a chance. It's been a great season so far. In fact, it's been the best season so far. It's been the season, you know, where we have fully kind of done everything we set out to do from season 1, you know, to win everything, to try and get as many wins as possible in the season, win the drivers, win the constructors, have a really good, fast car. And that's what we've done so far. So, with that said, last time out, I asked a couple of questions. I said, what would you like to see, you know, on the channel as the seasons progress? What would you like to, as in not the channel, like from Golden Lap, how do you want us to progress? And I do have a couple of comments about that. So, the first comment was from Jos3h. I would like to see you try and get the all from the same country and win the championship with 2 zero-cost drivers at the same time. And then gives the idea of if you do it with Italian drivers and Ezzolini and the best engineer, which is Neri, who I'm going to guess is Italian, you've got a pretty good chance of doing it with the Ezzolinis in the early seasons. It could be an idea. And, you know, I don't want to just only ever drive with Knight. We want to do this career mode. But then when it comes to the challenges, you know, we want to get creative and do... You know, other teams, players of other teams. When the seasons are done, we might go into a modded one and play one of the, you know, people are really creative on the workshop and they mod in some awesome like championships or seasons or whatever. We could do that. We could do that as well. So that's good thinking. We could do that. Clownfish, however, says a slightly different thing, which is I actually enjoy seeing Team Knight topping the field. My suggestion would be to replace Bregman with a rookie, concentrate on his rise to the top alongside Nilsson. And they also said, I do like the idea of a 2-race format as well. So that was a slightly different question about progressing this specific career mode. But that's a good idea as well. We could have like the you know, if Nilsson wins the championship, my reply was we could go for like the rookie versus champion narrative. You know, like it's kind of how Cars is, you know, Cars 1, the Pixar movie of the rookie super fast comes in looking for the title versus the champion who's been champion and has dominated the field and stuff like that. It's a cool story that we could potentially go with. Now, with that said, I haven't fully made my decision on what we're going to do going forward, but I like the fact that these ideas are being put forward and it helps me decide what I'm going to do, and hopefully when I do put in some new series of Golden Lap, you guys will want to watch it and you'll enjoy it. So that's what we're going to hope for. Next up, from Punk, Peter Pickle Picker from Pickle Papers. Rumor has it the Knight drivers exchanged words in the garage prior to the race. Do you know what that was about? Do you think that affected the outcome? No idea. I do not know why how Nilsson put it into the wall and ended his own race. But Bregman being there to pick up the pieces is absolutely fine. You know, I don't think there's any bad blood, really. I mean, Bregman has been with the team for a while. He's been a good driver for us. But it just so happens that the start of this season had a lot of rain. And Nilsson is just really good in the rain. So it almost feels like a little bit as though the season, you can't really judge it super clearly, you know, because Nilsson is just so good in the rain. That's what he's good at. So, anyway... Next question. I've got to scroll down a little bit. Here we go. Fast Car Media. The headline is Nilsson chokes, Bregman steals. Spectacular drama. After Nilsson qualified P1, Bregman starting in P3. Nielsen crashed while trying to get past Paul Woods, and Paul Woods then lost it to Bregman. Bregman had been written off by the critics, but this win is sure to boost his confidence. Yeah, definitely. I love these articles. They're so cool. And the DuPont brothers out there fighting as well. Yep, that was pretty cool to see them out there. Nielsen's inevitable championship win has been delayed. Bregman is sure to party all night. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So, next question. That's a good article. Honestly, I respect the articles. They're so fun to read. I really enjoy them. Next up from David. I hate to be right about the higher chances of Knight crashing. Yeah, Knight is in shambles after struggling to drop the Rain Merchant allegations. Am I with a heavy conscience? No. Do you think Bregman is ready to replace Nielsen when he retires with a broken heart? Look, all that private stuff, it's got to stay off the track. Bregman gets the win. Whatever happens to Nielsen, he's got to come back in this next race and be strong. You know, this Stretto race is not going to be easy. He's got to come back and make sure that championship is his, because it's his for the taking right now. But he's got to go and do it. He's got to go finish it off. Yeah, we have had 2 DNFs. It's a bit worrying. We'll see what happens in this race here next up. Next one from Cobra, pen letters here from the Ridgement Fast Times. Last week, Bregman had suffered an unexplained crash that the organisation has failed to investigate. Yesterday, Nielsen experienced a similar incident that has cost Knight points in the team standings. Are these actions of Ezzolini or just inter-team rivalry? There are rumours that suspected professional saboteur for hire Rex Carr has been spotted attending these races. Is this a coincidence? Well, we shall find out in the next race. If Rex Carr is here, and I did hear that he was going to show up again at this next race. So if we do have another crash, then we know something fishy is going on. I can't throw out any allegations right now. We've got to try and keep to the evidence we've got. But if we'll start to suspect, quite strongly. Next up, Hugh Mann with the Daily Deviant. Bregman was dominant in the last race, and with Nielsen's DNF, will put an end to night racing's alleged watering of the track. Or will we continue to find ways to get a wet race? Well, I don't think so. You know, the DNFs aside, we've raced just as well on a dry track as we have on a wet track. So I don't think there's I don't think there should be worries. You know, like we win in the wet, yes. We win in the dry as well. You know? Oh, here we go. Next comment, not a question. Hayden Grubb says, I also like the idea someone else raised of doing a Nielsen versus rookie season, but with giving all of the parts to the rookie to see if the rookie can overtake Nielsen. That could be good. Because Nielsen's got all the driver skill. If we grab a rookie, give them all the best parts, they will have the car. It'll be man versus machine. Not a bad idea. Now, Hitchin Baz, last question. Well done on the win. That's very, very kind. Ken Bruckman, Channel 6 News. What do you say to the rumours that Nielsen was forced off by Woods in order to increase Woods' chances of finishing first? Can you confirm Homer Simpson in the pit lane during the race? He was in the garage. Yeah, I don't... It was a bit weird. It's 2 races in a row where we've had a bit of a weird one. And one of our drivers had crashed just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, like I'm not pushing, like I say, I'm not stressing. And they send it. And I don't know. I don't really know why that happened. But it has happened. So yeah, that's a bit of a curious one. Nonetheless, let's go into the race weekend. Timestamp, just in case. And here we go. So into the garage. What are we going to build? Well, the next part's got to be an engine by the looks of things. And it's got to go to Bregman because he's got a weaker engine. So let's go for that. Build that. Give it to Bregman. Hope we don't get sabotaged, but I am going for the upgrades. Try and get everything above 60%. And no sabotage. Boom, there we go. And we've also got a dry... Oh, well, okay. Well done, Tyler Edwards. We've got a dry qualifying session. Let's see what we can do. Oh, Bregman! Bregman partying too hard again. Second time this season, I think, for Bregman. And out we go. Yeah, that's not helpful. Bregman is stuck behind Fisher. Can you get past? There we go. Oh, they can't. Neither of them can focus. That's not overly helpful. I would suspect that Nielsen might still put in purple sectors, but it's not the greatest start. There we go. So he goes 138. Bregman goes 141. Russo in the LeBron. Goes 140. Okay. So it's going to be steering, I would say, first up. Okay, now I'm going to move up here. Okay, not bad. 37 off of that, which is pretty good. And now Bregman needs... Well, look, Bregman's car is so evenly balanced. So we're just going to try and get these two up to where the engine is. Okay, I'm risking it. Ah! No. 25 for Bregman off that tune. That was pretty pants. Pretty pants, Bregman. And now they'll go out on their outlap. Let's hope that no one releases right in front, which they kind of have. But it's all right. Because Nielsen's already got past Edwards and is setting a time. Bregman, however, is kind of stuck behind Holgersen. And I think it's... Well, look, they've gone 1 and 2, but I think Bregman probably could have gone even faster if he wasn't behind Holgersen for that lap. Oh, big one. Nice! So 0, still not overly helpful, but Nielsen's getting really good tuning numbers in, whereas Bregman did not in that first one. Let's see if we can prove it on this second one. Not the best. Let's risk it here. 17, brilliant. And then rewarded with that. So we've already beaten last time already. Yeah, very good. 71 total. That's bringing the average up. Wait, almost pitted Nielsen. Way up, which is awesome. And now I would actually expect a good lap from Bregman now to try and close that gap. Nielsen might put in a crazy good lap. We don't know. But Bregman's got to put in a good lap here and close that gap. It's currently 2.2. And Bregman is going to go 2.0. Okay, so he did close the gap. Not by a great amount, but he closed it by enough that it's, well, it's not bad. We'll take it. It's kind of hard to pass that one up. And again, 0 to end it, but pretty well balanced car over here as well. Bregman's just got to try and find something special to catch up, really. That's all that's left for him. He's got to put in one heck of a lap. Okay, this is a risky one. Kind of paid off. And then 2 to finish. Nice. Okay, that's good. And out Bregman goes. They're both going out for another lap. And let's see what they can do. ×2 speed. On the outlap right now, and you can kind of see Woods and Russo and Holgersen, they're trying to get above Bregman. They might be able to. But, Bregman's in the zone. Nielsen's put in purples. Once again, I want to see that gap go below 2 seconds now. I want to see it come down. 2.4. So Nielsen improves by nearly 2 seconds. So even though Bregman has improved, he's still 2 seconds behind. He still cannot catch him up. I mean, you can't turn down those numbers. Those numbers were way too good for me to turn down. Even if it was on the chassis, you can't be turning that down. Nice. Incredible. Yeah, lovely. And on we go. You're not stuck behind Shikanami. You'll get past them on the straight. Oh, they're both going white. I would have thought Bregman would be able to go green on that one. Let's see what the lap is. A 136.5. 134.7. Not good from Nielsen. And even that is going to put him on pole. You know, like, his bad lap is still the best lap of the frickin' everything. Just everything. Okay. Not quite sure how Bregman got himself in front of Nielsen on track, but somehow did. That must have been some serious hold up for Nielsen if he was genuinely like stuck behind someone for so long that Bregman. But then how is Bregman getting past if you're literally stuck behind someone? It makes no sense. Nielsen's in the zone, but is stuck behind other cars, so putting in the sectors is going to be difficult. I might expect a purple last sector. Yeah, there we go. Purple last sector, but Bregman brings the numbers down. Look at that, 1.26. Okay, Bregman is in with an outside chance of stealing away pole here. And we've almost very, very near... Oh, yellow flag. Nice. Nice. Okay. Very nearly getting the golden tune with both of the cars, which is exactly what we're looking for. Gonna speed through this yellow flag period. Again, Nielsen put in a purple sector at the end there, which is crazy. Okay, oh, I moved the thing. It's alright. Nice. That was a bit risky, but it paid off. And that is a golden tune for Anders Nielsen's car, which is just exactly what we were after. Nicely done. Okay, now down here. Okay. I don't actually know if Bregman will be able to get another tuning done. I don't think so. Okay. And even then, so Nielsen went purple in the first two sectors, but went white on the last sector. So didn't improve, but again, we go 1-2. Nielsen, the absolute qualifying master, once again puts in his car at the front. We've got no rain by the looks of things. And we are going to swap them around again. So Bregman will go on the hard tyre and Nielsen on the medium tyre. And let's... Oh, Edwards party too hard. Oh, so did Paul Woods. I mean, that's just playing into our hands, isn't it? Come on now. Okay, we are running 1 and 2. Bregman trying to get past Nilsson on this start. I don't know if you'll be able to. You've got the hard compound tyre, however. So there will be they will be running different strategies. So we've got to try and remember that. They're not really racing each other until the end of the race, so to speak. Okay, lovely gap growing between the two. I'm going to do this. And that is all good for now. So Holgersson's got himself up into third. I thought we'd be fighting Paul Woods, but Paul Woods partied too hard. And has somewhat been left behind. Is even behind Russo in the LeBron. Oh, Nilsson can't focus, so Bregman might close the gap on this lap. He has a little bit. 2.5. 2.2. He's really closed the gap. But now it's the other way around. Bregman is going to get overtaken by Holgersson. Because he's not focused up. And he is on a slightly slower tyre. But Nilsson's in the zone again. That's 2 laps in a row for Nilsson being in the zone. Okay, so even though Bregman's lost that position, again, we've got to keep in mind that Bregman is running a different race. So the hard tyre stays out there. We push, we push, we push. Well, we extend the life of the tyre as much as we can. Okay, but then we're in the zone here and we don't want to simply not push. Because that means that as the laps go on, all Bregman is going to do is lose time. So when he is feeling good, when he's focused up, we've got to tell him to push, try and take the chance of get some overtakes done, and then when he's not, when he hits the red, we calm him down again, and we acknowledge that we're on the slower tyre and therefore on a different strategy, but when we're on track, we still try and drive as fast as possible, try and get overtakes done if we can, and ignore the tyre difference until it comes into play a little bit later. So pit stops are now being made. That's anyone, I think, who was on the soft tyre, of which now there's like barely anyone at all. And Russo must be pitting soon from 4th on the grid because his tyres are frickin' done. There we go. So Nilsson is now going to come in and slot on over to the hard tyre. Meaning Bregman is going to have some open road to just drive off for a little while. Nilsson comes out in front of Henny Holgersson, who's on a soft tyre. Interesting. And all we want to do is try and make sure that... Oh, there we go. Nilsson in the zone. Nilsson stays ahead of Henny Holgersson. The gap is 5 seconds of the minute. It's gone up to 6, gone up to 7. 8, 8.5, 9 almost. It is 9. And it's going to be 10 in a second. Yeah, so Nilsson's pushed that gap to 10 seconds in practically no time at all. And is now just straight up chasing down Bregman and looking for the overtake on his teammate. You know what we say? You know, we're going to let him race. Even if Bregman is on a different strategy, we're going to let him race. I'm thinking lap 24? No, it could be even later. It could be 26, 27 before we pit George Bregman here. How long can Bregman keep Nilsson behind? That's got to be the question. That's the question we are, you know, it's on my mind right now. Because if Nielsen gets ahead of Bregman, I may as well pit Bregman. Oh, they're both in the zone. Okay, well, I'm not going to push either of them. They're both in the zone. Holgersen is also pushing behind, but Holgersen's on the soft tyre. Again, makes it things that are a little bit different. Bregman in front, really doing well out there. And if Bregman gets to lap 26 without pitting, would have gone over halfway. Oh no, there we go. So Nielsen got the overtake done. So Bregman comes in, goes on to another set of hard tyres. Nielsen is going to drive for as long as possible on those current tyres, and then might even get treated to a set of soft tyres at the end of it, which would be, I mean, we don't use the oh, we've gone up, we've gone to 70. There we go. There we go. I don't know if I noticed that straight away or if that's been there for a little while. Well done. Overtake on Holgersen. Now you've just got to get Russo, Bregman. That would do us nicely. In the zone. Okay, go on, Bregman. Get it done. You've got Holgersen, you've got Russo just in front. Get it done. There we go. There's third place. And there is second place. Well done, Bregman. As soon as we told him to go, boy, did he go. He went for it, and he's built up a 4-second gap already. And the fastest lap. Bregman's got a little bit of pace about him. And he's going to the end. Because like you can't have both drivers on the same strategy. It just does not work. Because if something goes wrong to that strategy, then both of your drivers are screwed. If you split them up, do one strategy here, one strategy here. If something goes wrong that you can't predict, at least one of your drivers is going to be able to adapt. Hopefully both, but at least one of them. Bregman's in the zone again. We can push. Can we burn yet? Not just yet. Very close. In fact, we can probably burn with... We can burn with Nielsen all the way. Bregman's going to slow it down. Calm it down. And again, Bregman can now burn all the way. Nielsen is not going to pit. Or Bregman's in the zone. Nielsen's not going to pit until at least lap 40. At least. Nielsen's now in the... Oh, yellow flag. Okay. Yellow flag. Pit. Mediums or softs? Mediums. Okay. Okay, I need to think here. Would Bregman want the stop? I don't think he would. Why do I not think he would? Because he's doing a one stop. He doesn't want to pit stop and be behind Nielsen again. His tyres can go to the end. More yellow flags mean that his tyres can definitely go to the end. So now they're going to the end now, and it's just straight up a race between the two of them. Bregman is in front at the minute, having gone on the one stop. Nielsen has the better tyre. Okay, I think Nielsen got past Bregman, and then Bregman got him back. Bregman's in the zone. Okay, while he's in the zone, we push. They're both burning. Bregman's in the zone again. Nielsen is chasing him down. Nielsen is just behind. When Nielsen is in the zone, I fear Bregman is going to lose the position. They're both in the zone. Okay, I'm not pushing either of them. They're both in the zone. Bregman's still out in front right now. It's just got to be a race to the end. If I push them both or I don't push one or the other, Nielsen's in the zone. I can't see Bregman keeping him behind. I can't see it. They're going to race. Here they go. Bregman's in the zone this time. So when Bregman's in the zone, Nielsen's going to struggle to get past. But when Nielsen's in the zone, Bregman's got to try. Bregman's in the zone again. Bregman's got to try and hold him off. That's it. They're fighting for it at the front of this race. Whoever, let them race. That's got to be it. It's got to be it. Let them race. If there's a yellow flag, I will bring them both in for soft tyres and we will let them fly. Okay. Is Nilsson going to get it done? Not quite. Look at that. Can't get it done. Bregman is holding off his teammate here. 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Well, no, technically 3 because you've got lap 50. No, Nilsson's got him. Nilsson's got him. There we go. Now Bregman's got to try and catch him. They both can't focus, but Bregman's not really let him out of sight here. They are fighting at the front. This is the last lap. Oh, Nilsson's in the zone. Nilsson's in the zone when it matters. And he is going to bring it home, but not by a lot. That was one heck of a race. That was one heck of a race. And Bregman only lost out in the last couple of laps. And as predicted, you know, Nilsson got him with the faster tyre. But of course, Bregman had the better strategy. So we do take maximum points because Anders Nilsson took the golden lap as well. Champagne everywhere, please. All over the place. All over the podium. All over the drivers. All over everyone. Henny Holgersson in 3rd. Well done to him. It's 2 Swedes on the podium. And an Argentine as well. 179 plays 124. 26 times 2 is 52. George Bregman, 124 plus 52 is 176. The championship is Nilsson's. And I've got to say also, surely the championship is ours as well. I think that's it. I think that is that. So, we've got 2 races left. Everything is done. Everything is secured. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good season that was. Yeah, we've got 2 races to go, guys. And what I am going to do is I'm going to keep them into separate episodes of 1 race each per episode. And then when we go into a new season, we will decide what we're doing in that season. But yeah, 2 races to go, guys. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. Leave your comments, leave your questions for the press conference in the next episode. You guys are so creative. We literally hit 870 subs on the recording, which is very nice. And that's why I have the sub count live on the recording. Yes, I also run the risk of seeing it go down when I'm recording, but you can't let that get me down. I can't let that get me down. You can't be disheartened. You keep going. Over time, I'm sure we will get to the 1,000 mark. And when we do, that'll be worth celebrating. It really will. So, thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. I will catch you next time.